leading driver for sustainability? I mean, is it being driven from States? Is it coming from Europe? You know, where can, again, entrepreneurs or business owners just sort of trying to just look ahead and anticipate what's coming down the pipeline?
Yeah, that's a great, that's a great question. Something I try to crack and get my head around, every day, really. I think it's a multi-pronged approach. It's driven at the state level, and the, federal level. And I think those type of policy decisions, have started the wheel, in a number of instances. But I always have a slight preference to the private markets. The private markets need, from both a capital standpoint, but even the businesses and the people behind the businesses, right, need to practice sound, sustainable practice, sound sustainability. And so starting to put those practices, like, small things like energy efficiency retrofits, like keeping that in mind. If, you need a new boiler in an office or something, keeping those practices at the forefront. It's inch by inch, right? So that's sort of the private business side. If I would say the private capital markets, sustainability is not cheap. To do things right, it's not cheap. That's capital intensive, right? It requires a ton of capital, and that's been one of the biggest constraints, in my opinion, over the last years. But by, if you're doing something that's not cheap and you're doing it the right way, you're not going to have to. It's not the quick fix. You're not going to have to change it, a year or two from now. We need to shift the mindset from quick fix to, let's just do it right away. Let's just do it the right way. So the more capital that can be put to work, in this space, the better. I think people raising capital, people putting their own personal capital into the space that can fund these type of projects, is going to be very, very important.